How y'all doing? Peace and blessing. You know the time. Read my Bible. Just soaking up knowledge. Yes, but you read it and you stick to it. You study it to affirm the things that you're reading are the truth. And so far, I can pretty much say they are the truth. But when I'm listening to it, the truth being expressed, a lot of us don't get it. A lot of us don't get it. A lot of us don't even believe the Bible is. I think it's just a mindset. Like your mindset don't play out in choosing keep a story. And you did the research, but we really don't research in depth. Some of us didn't understand to go and research in the native languages of things, just like with the Hebrew, the Bible, period. That's my point. People pick from the fruit, but they don't want the whole tree. They just grabbing fruit because they know there's a covenant involved. There is a covenant that you don't just go eating off people. You don't trespass. That's still in the trespass. Bottom line. But the God of the God of the Bible, I don't see. The Bible, I don't see. His instruction in religion, his instruction in religion, and a lot of people that's interpreting, touching the Bible. If you don't believe these people really woke, then what's the sense of touching? Big stand. That's in layers, hidden in layers. It's the way you've been taught. You can say I don't follow the world and I feed strictly from this foundation. But I'm saying how can you feed from a foundation that you don't even believe is real? You can okay, we think we can just conceptualize this thing and use it in a doctrinal manner. Like this is not real life. We're simulating. But what is your foundation? Is it real? To me, I think he's told you that already. It tells you who every nation on the face of this earth is. But do we do the research in the sense of researching them from the English, sometimes to the Greek, but ultimately back to the Hebrew, the language of origin? Many of us don't. No, a lot of people don't. And we we don't understand. Yes, yes. But you're dealing with real life. This is something that's really happening in your life, that's moving in your life, then you know it's real. It's not a fantasy or, a good doctrinal book to use because they set up things because they've seen real things in real life. See, when I see Africa, I see the Bible. When I hear Middle East, I think immediately Bible. I don't like to hear that because, like I say, they look at the Bible as a doctrine. When the Bible speaks of everything, especially people that look like us, skin folk, when the Bible and you've been, there are signs that signify the line with the teaching that the Father's teaching, not nothing that you coming up with. If it was not true, then it stems from Rome, from the Catholic Church. Oh, he need to shut up. He don't know what he's talking about. It is. The people in Africa understand when they talking about the brother. You have to understand you dealing with different chosen people that Christ and the man from Cyrene that carried Simon from Cyrene. Well, the brother, I don't know his name. It's not Cyrene. Simon from Cyrene. I don't remember his name, but you can Google it and look it up. That man was from Africa. So I understand because why? That northern area where they were walking at that was a client state of Rome and also Jerusalem. Because remember, Herod was sitting on the throne. Herod is not a Judean. He is not a Hebrew. He was a Greek. He was in Jerusalem was a client in Africa. I see Ham and Shem. And their spirit will tell you who they are. You know, that's where the spiritual discernment comes from, the God of Israel. So that story you're gonna have to transplant out of the world and doctrines and philosophies and bring it to the kingdom. You confused, like the back, and you do your due diligence in between to fill in the blanks from real scholarly sources or from yourself. You get the books and do the research. It works because then it confirms within you. And then not only that, it brings you to that place the Most High desires for you to be. You doing His will. He needs you. You are a power. You are Deuteronomy 7:6 people. Above all people on the face of the earth unto Yahuwah. And He's going to hold you accountable for that. And to that. Forever. I hope we understand that. The Bible is real. It's an effect. It's what's happening. This is what you want to operate in. What the fuck so funny? Too motherfucking trusting. Somebody gonna walk your ass in the house and bust your head. You too friendly. You'll get a nigga killed. Grab your food, grab your food, keep moving. That's what I'm talking about. The house with somebody that'll do that, I don't give a fuck what kind of uniform they got on. You gotta pay attention. That's how they're gonna get a lot of people this fucking holiday season. That's what I mean. We following what some motherfucker else doing and you not aware of what's going on. Things happen to you. Things can happen to you. I'm being real. I was one of them niggas that will walk you in your fucking house. I know it's holiday time. Brothers, y'all know. And sisters, y'all know. That was 20 years ago. I'm grown now. I couldn't see myself doing nothing like that. So you don't have to worry about that. But I'm telling you the truth. I'm one of them real dudes. You know, this ain't no motherfucking rap song. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. You will be laying on the floor while I'm shaking your house up. Let me get this house. What you got in this motherfucking house? Like, what the fuck? Back to what I was saying, y'all. Now, if you listen to Rome, of course you're gonna come to that conclusion. Because you don't have the eyes to see. You believing in them like I'm not putting nothing nobody say before the Most High. I don't care who or who you think you are or what you are. You got to show me in the script. And and that takes on a life. That ain't nothing you playing with, you know. You gotta keep it real with yourself. The Most High gonna hold you accountable, whether you believe it or not. You still gonna be held accountable. So you better go on here and take hold and make it happen. Make it his happen. Don't play with it. Hold it down. Hold it down, bro. I'm sitting around here thinking. I'm like, man, look. There's so much pushback, spiritual warfare surrounding something that I love. I'm invested in. But there's so much spiritual warfare going against your man. Like, what the? You know what that means. You sit in places that the devil don't want you to be. then you must be a power to be reckoned with in ways you don't have a clue. That's why I ask people when people be like, no, Wayne, they acting like they don't trust. I'm like, what? What do you know about me? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got some information about me I don't know about. Put your man up. Let me know. I'm gonna do you right. I'm gonna treat you right. I ain't gonna treat you like a second class citizen. Y'all know how I roll. We don't do all that. We got our father, bitch. And y'all might hear that all day, but they don't mean we agree with that shit. You know, people got the right to sing and do what they want to do. Do what you want to do. But they don't mean the shit right. You know? A lot of what I was doing wasn't right. At some point, you gotta be responsible enough to say, you know what? You're right. So that's gotta come from you. I'm just gonna tell it like it is and keep it miserable. Today was a slow day. And like I was saying, I think I'm really gonna leave cars alone. It's like this generation don't understand how to do business. Like something wrong with it. And I don't want to be talking about people like something really wrong with people. But it's like simple communication becomes a hindrance. Like people don't, because y'all so used to the damn world, and they be changing meanings of things. And if you know I ain't fucking lying. You know they just make up shit as they go along. That's like even with the Bible. People using this principle, the law, for whatever reason, because it is effective in all areas of life. The Most High created you, and you know it's the truth. Because just like the animals, He gave you food to sustain yourself, a habitation where you can grow, you can live, you can be successful and prosperous at whatever you do. He guarantees that. Only way it don't happen is when we start following some other shit. I'll tell you the truth. Only way you don't fulfill that is when you start believing in all this bullshit that he does. And I'm keeping on that level. You can say, oh, you need to watch his mouth or whatever. That's cool too. But I'm gonna tell you how it is because I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired of our people playing games all day. It's time to build markets. See, I'm the one gonna have to, and I talk about it, but is you can talk about it, but if you ain't doing it, then you know that's bullshit. Cause I ain't never been a part of no system. People know me. They know Wayne. Wayne always got up and went out there and made it happen by hook or crook, whether you like it or not. And that's just the reality of it. So all this shit, a lot of people be, all this propaganda they be trying to sell you. I mean, I don't follow none of that shit. I don't get into all that. People can, you know, you got a choice. That's your right. You get the choice to believe what you want to believe. But no, they ain't. You can't run that bullshit on one. Not today. Not ever. No more. When I was a child, I thought like a child. I did childish things. Real talk. The decisions I was making was like, okay, do you really love yourself, bro? You know, you got to show yourself. It didn't mean that I ain't love myself. It's just I thought so confidently about myself that no matter what I did, shit, nothing was gonna stop me, or you was gonna catch one trying to stop me. Real talk from a young age. A young age. I don't know why I picked that up. Being destructive. Watching them TV movies and all that crap. Straight up. Then by the middle to late 80s, we started hearing all that rap, that gangster rap. Oh, shit. We was already in the streets trying to be grown. You couldn't tell the God nothing. You couldn't tell us nothing. We was on BI, ride or die. Y'all gonna get down and lay down. Get out of my way. It was all about the money. Money in the power. Money in the power. I ain't falling short cause I got money in the power. We was in the field. 10 toes down, making shit happen. We lost a lot of brothers and sisters out there. From the 80s when I grew up, we was out there. We was the ones second in line, the second generation who was out there. We ain't had no damn job. Stop playing. Our job was to run the block. I ran the block. You know, all that shit about. And now how things are now is different. We ran the block, you know, and we used the block for a reason. Wasn't just to come out there and commit no damn crime. That age group before us did things different. I can't speak on every block, but black people, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. It was the drug dealer who probably gave your mom and daddy the money for some shit. It's not that you knew and y'all went to him because y'all supported it, but shit, on the low, real talk. A lot of people just don't be knowing the inner workings of things. And your uncle was like, "Oh, say shit, I probably sold you your first ounce of cocaine." I'm being honest. It was probably your uncle. Sold me my first ounce. So stop playing. Black people, y'all stop playing. But we ain't on it. But I'm only bringing that up to show the authenticity and realness of your people. Your people who you know through a certain spirit. There's a spirit on us. We different. We ain't all the same. Even though we got kinfolk that are skin folk that's here. And we've been separated from our native land for a long time. Where you got Negroes that tell you they're Americans. They not African. I ain't African, and they're quick to tell you I'll never go to Africa. And I'm looking at these Negroes like, huh? Nigga, you gonna come up out of America sooner than you know it. Your ass gonna be looking to go somewhere, or you gonna be a slave to the beast system. You better go read Revelation 13 and 14. They talking the same language in reality. Only way you can buy and sell is through your chip. And your car gonna have all your information already on there. Everything about you. Everything. It's gonna be on that car. Medical, everything. Everything. You think I'm lying? Look that shit up. It's already in India. It's in China. Europe. And Europe got a mandate on the countries in Europe establishing AI systems. I'm like, damn, Africa, so y'all going along with the B system, or y'all got a separate system? Y'all system, and I know African system, the Sahel region, they not tied into the world system. They have developed their own systems that's contrary, but they still mess with other nations. And some of them other nations is still fucking with these European nations. And I'm like, I don't know about all that. Because that shit can tie us in. That's how they got on our bumper from the start. It was our own people and the neighbors, which was our cousins. They knew we wasn't they motherfucking kinfolk. Y'all want to debate with these people talking about Africa ain't this or that, or what the Bible's saying ain't the truth. Like, man, y'all need to shut up. I'm sticking to the Bible. I don't care what y'all talking about. Because everything else has turned out to be a lie. A straight up lie. And back to what I was saying. Them elders and people wasn't teaching no Christianity. They was teaching you about the way, because Christ had established what? The kingdom. He was coming to reestablish the governor. Because remember, the Holy Spirit wasn't in everybody like it is now. You could just, pray and ask the Most High when you are obedient and walking in Psalms. The Holy Spirit came over the prophets and those kings. It didn't dwell with them like that. Even when the priests were in the temple, they had the Most High moved them, and the Spirit came over them. I had to learn that. I was listening to Miles Monroe, and he pointed that out, and I'm like, you're right, because in the beginning, which the Bible was talking about the kingdom, the king, his kingdom, and his citizens. That's what the Father came to establish. And he gave you rulership and dominion to establish it. But you don't want it. You say, I'm an American. I'm an African. I'm everything but a child of God. I'm talking about the God of Israel. I don't care what you think about the Hebrew people and their awakening, whether they right or wrong. Your religion ain't right. But we don't go with wrong doctrine. We don't support that just us as our people. I'm not supporting wrong doctrine because you can wind up treating people in the wrong manner where it's not pleasing to the Most High. No, I'm not supporting that. But I know who the hell we are, whether Christianity believe it or not. That's where my point of contention kind of lies, but then it don't because there's no contention. I can care less what they think. But I don't want y'all believing those lies. I'm just being honest. That's our purpose. When you've been given the keys to the king's ransom, your eyes have been opened and that's how you're supposed to roll. But then there comes a point where you got to understand you're not the Holy Spirit. And it's not your job to try and force people to do things. Yeah, share with them and build. And they're going to see the real. They will come. You ain't got to try to force them. They're going to come because they're going to know. Oh, man, my brothers and sisters doing that. I'm at with it. That's why I'm at with it. Oh, that's written in the Bible. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. It's just that simple. Trust me. I was in the streets. I was one of them ones you didn't want to see. I was a good person, but it is what it is. Don't let that handsome face and nice demeanor fool you. It took years to cultivate that. I had that. I wasn't raised by no damn wolves. I was raised in the house of respectable parents. They ain't gonna see me. They didn't know what I was doing. They didn't know I had a passion, wanted to be in the streets, be a gangster. You know, my parents ain't know I wanted to be a gangster. They weren't going for no shit like that. Stop playing. Black parents ain't slow. I don't know about some of the attitudes of these new parents, but hell no, our parents didn't play that. You got your ass kicked. In my daddy house, if he'd knew I was running with folk now, oh hell no. He'd have beat the brakes off Wayne. But I was slick with it for a long time. But I wound up getting locked. I thought I was slick with it. I wound up catching the case. I got locked up. Did my time. I didn't whine. Did my time. Came home and got on the gridiron. But before I came home, family, I was searching the Bible harder than I was now. In the joint. Teaching them niggas about who we are. Because one of the elders had told me along the way. Not like we do now. You see people doing it now. But when, I was always in the Bible. Always. And you share things. But we wasn't pushing that we Hebrews. I'm not going to lie to you. But I was sure pushing the word. Phone them will tell you that. Who that phone them? Oh, they gonna tell you. Oh, Dewayne, yeah, that's Deacon G. They call themselves being funny with the name. You know how we be. Oh yeah, Deacon G. That's Pastor G. But we all grew up in the house when we were surrounded by the Word of God. Some of us, now some of us might not have. Some of our parents, you know how it was. Once they got older, they ran. Shit, I can't blame them. Look how it turned out to be. I'll be honest. To me, yeah, the preachers, some of the preachers I've encountered were good. But they don't know the Bible. That's the problem. And your preacher, you listen to now, I guarantee you they don't know the Bible. Because if they knew the Bible, the government would be shut their ass down. White people would be going crazy. Because why? They'll be telling everybody who they are. And there wouldn't be no problem telling people the truth of what's written there. The world wouldn't have that problem, although we know it's only one group of people that would. Shit don't go our cousins' way. They just gotta have a hissy fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go sit y'all ass down. This is Genesis. Hey, we on Genesis 49 time. Judah has to take the reign. Judah not listening to all that. That's why I be talking about that. Judah ain't listening to that. Judah going to read the book. That's what I'm sitting here talking about. Kingdom. They ain't teaching you nothing about the kingdom. Nothing. Because in the kingdom, you can look at people's mannerisms. Look at the banks we deal with. Look at the politicians that we look at. You know they preach a different doctrine. In the kingdom, all this motherfucker, you gotta get business license, and then they want to ask you all these dumbass questions. Why should we give you the money? Like, you dumbass person, I started a business here. So I could be successful, and then that's gonna create a tax bracket. And people see that, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, America is great. That's why you can't play in them games no more. That's why you ain't hearing me promote no shit about nothing they got going on. And I don't got nothing against it. I'm promoting us, what we got going on. If you ain't got nothing going on, you better get with your brothers and sisters and get it going on. That's the hour we in. 30 minutes in. Okay, it's time to roll. I done said my word for you, for the kingdom, Father. I pray you receive it. I don't care who don't listen. I put it out there. The white folk gonna hear it, and they gonna know. They ain't gonna have no excuse when they go stand before God while they playing them games. They hearing this word. They know what time it is. I ain't trying to have no follow. Follow me where? Go follow Christ. You know, I ain't no YouTuber. Crazy. Even though I would love to get some of that bread, I don't want their money. Their money filthy on everything. And then they ain't right. They don't operate like the kingdom, like I told you. God said you're going to be successful. He spoke in the affirmative. He didn't tell me to go work for no motherfucking body. I'm like, no, stop playing. He told me to rule over the work. They want to rule over people. That's of the devil. That's what he wanted to do. He the one whispered in Eve's ear. Talking all this yin yang about, oh yeah, if you, and then a lot of people don't know the Bible. I gotta say it again. Yes, he created male and female in the beginning. That's spiritual. Then man fell. And he had to kick him out the garden. Because he put you in the garden so you can do what? Rule the earth. So he kicked you out the garden and left you on the earth. Still to rule. Like, stop playing. He didn't create you for no damn man to rule over you. Like, where y'all get that from? And those who did that is wicked as hell. I don't believe. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I know what's wrong. A lot of us are religious. We prefer to stay religious. They don't want to hear no truth. Because as soon as you go to talk about it, they gonna go off on you. Like, I don't want to hear that. Like, but you can niggas talking about y'all Christians and all this shit. And I understand. That's what y'all do. Y'all ain't no born again sons and daughters. And the Father don't require you to be born again. This is your natural estate from the beginning. Genesis 1. Come, let us create man in our image and after our likeness. Let them have dominion and rulership. Does that sound like a fucking job? That sound like I should be owning a business. America, where's my seed money so I can start a business? Y'all want to see a move of God and God in our affairs? And you need to listen, heed the instruction. Judah is telling you. Y'all keep talking about them people over there is God chosen people. They not. I keep telling y'all they are the people who took over Rome. They the motherfuckers who own the publishing companies. If you can't tell the truth, then don't speak about the Bible. And everybody ain't the same. Y'all might be the same, all devils, but God didn't make all of us the same. Don't be stupid. I don't know what school you went to, but you better get that out your mind. Everybody ain't the same, and everybody ain't going to heaven. And God don't love everybody. That's Christian bullshit. I promise you. You have those set aside for perdition. That means eternal damnation. Do you understand that part? So you can't love me if I'm set apart for eternal damnation. Did you give me an out where I can repent? I can change my mind and heart and do the works to show? It said you set apart for it, so that means that's your place. That's why you gotta read the book of the apocryphal book. They got so much history in there that richly adds to what we read in the Bible. Like, man, these preachers, I don't care what. Look, there's no reason why we should be walking around here ignorant of the plan of the word of the Most High. There's no reason. I can't even blame a preacher. I can, because this is the one y'all pay once a year and on occasions to do things for the congregation. And he ain't getting nothing done. He getting a lot done for the world, but not for the kingdom. That's the sad part. Now we woke. We know who we are. We telling, we blowing the shofar. You two don't gotta pay me for nothing. This is my heavenly blessing. It just so happens a lot of our people come on here and listen. They listening instead of searching the scriptures for themselves, right? So while they on there, I don't even care if you gonna come on my videos while I'm going live. This word gonna go forth and you gonna hear it. And when you hear, you're gonna notice he's talking about something different than what they teach us. What is this doctrine based on? The actual written word. That's what it's based on. Read it. I promise you. You might like it. You might find something you gonna like. Ain't no might. You gonna like it. You read the Bible and study the Bible, you're gonna love it. I haven't eaten today. Why have I eaten today? I ain't got no moolah today. I ain't make no damn money. Then the customer I dealt with, that's why I'm like, I'm slow down on these cards. Well, I'm gonna have to make it where y'all have to send me the money. For real. So, you ain't got the money for this. As soon as I hear that, I already know Wayne, you fucked up. They ain't the person you want to do. But no, you should have compassion. Everybody ain't got no money. What if you ain't got it? No. Even when I was hustling, baby, if I ain't had the money, they gave it to me on credit. Because why? Because my face card. That's better than credit in the hood. I can get shit done, and I don't need no credit and all that, you know? Go holler at the hustlers. They know you got your bread. It's just sometimes you might not have shit in order. We're talking. Well, you might have things in order as far as you can go with what you're working with. But then I got to come out. I don't go out and kick it with people. I know I can get the and I'm gonna start doing it. I keep saying I'm gonna go to church. Because that's where a lot of people at. But when I fall off in there, it's gonna be all the way different. It ain't gonna be like what the heathens talking about. We ain't going along with that. I'm joining the church so I can be a part of the structure. And they're gonna be like, who is this one? This one speak a whole different doctrine. What? Did he go to Bible school or something? What is he? Is he is this one a preacher or something? We all minister. No, this one just take the time to study the word and the truth. I get a lot of flack for that too. Don't get it twisted. Trust me, what I got, it wasn't easy to get. It came with a lot of sacrifice to not do some things that, and it's gonna get better because the reward is gonna come for staying down. Now I don't know. Some people can't handle that. They ass will be doing some shit, trying to do shit on the side, all kind of shit, and not understanding shit. What's in the dark gonna come to the light. I feel your vibration. I feel your spirit. I can tell, nigga, you ain't into me. You tell that shit somebody don't know no better. You know, Wayne know better. I ain't 53. I ain't 15. I'm 54 years old. All that shit talking about game, you know, that shit on somebody don't know no better. Wayne got game. Fuck you talking about? You know what they talking about? Watch your mouth. Now you're getting a little slick with the mouth. Watch your mouth. You're using language you shouldn't use. But yeah, man, stop playing. I'm 54. I ain't 24. Wissane got Gizane. You got a lot of Lizanes out here, I understand. We ain't lame. You know, we don't sympathize with none of that. When we ain't reward no disobedience. You did? You got the men, the elders just talking about that. And I dig the elders and how they came up in their time. I was sharing with a young one the other day, like shit, when I was coming up, brothers would have hauled off, smack the shit out of a woman quick. Like, who the fuck's you talking to? Bow! I grew up around that area. Now, some of y'all can say, oh, no, nigga, wasn't nothing wrong with them. Them your cousins. You know, the same people that's running, that's somewhere in authority in some institution you go to. You know, same damn men and women. So stop with all that extra. Some of y'all probably need your ass whooped. You talk too much. Shut the fuck up. I tell you like old time. You might not like what I say out of my mouth, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. Some of y'all talk too much. You need to shut the fuck up. You just be going and going and going. And y'all know brothers ain't known that. Brothers ain't no damn women beaters. But I can understand if you antagonizing me and you know I ain't gonna whoop, you gotta leave, bro. I understand because I grew up in that era where it was common. Women know that. It's not that, and these ain't no bad men. No, some men, it was different, fam. Ask your grandparents. They'll tell you. Yeah, a lot of people gonna push back and tell you that bullshit about, man, let me tell you something. Your granddaddy probably smacked the shit out your grandma and told her shut the fuck up. I'm being honest. You know, it's not that they bad men, these hard-working men. You know, sometimes some people just talk, you need to shut the fuck up. And it ain't just women either. Some of us need to shut the, I can't even say it quick enough, but shut the, you know, like, shut up. Then these niggas all on here telling shit, ratting and shit, like, what the fuck? Like that shit normal. You know why y'all normalize that kind of behavior? I'm saying people get their head knocked off for that kind of behavior in the hood. Y'all know the hood ain't with that. Niggas play that stuff like it's a badge of honor. Like, are you serious? Oh yeah, get ready. They don't deserve. They need their ass. Whoa, what the fuck? Now y'all the po-po? No, we ain't raising no fucking rats. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, we gonna hold people responsible. There's a law. You can look at whether people are being honest or not. You can gauge that because there's an instruction for everything we do. All that shit about I don't follow no religion. That's why I'm telling you, stop following religion. You follow God's law, the King's word. That ain't gonna change. Now you think you can break it, but you can't. You can hop your ass up there like these men. You think you're a woman. Niggas, when you have babies, niggas ain't having no babies. I was just talking to my lady about that. Well, people do what they want to do, and well, y'all need to shut up and all. You know how women is. Like, y'all the fucking problem. Y'all should be appalled. A nigga trying to be you. God gave you that power. Nigga trying to take out, like, nigga, no. When you go to the bathroom, you know what you is. That's law. God put it in the law. You can act like your ass don't understand, but you do. Uncle Wayne gonna tell you the truth. You know what you are. Get your ass out of here. Some stuff just ain't acceptable. Y'all know they can. No, you can't. You can, but trust me, it's consequences. There's a law. When you gotta use the bathroom, God made a law on where it should come out at. You can't change that. It's gonna come out your butt. So all that come out, you can make decisions to change what your butt can do. No, you can't. You can, but that's unlawful. That's against God. That's against the king's law, the king's word. The king didn't say you could do that. And like my lady said, when people gonna tell you God ain't told you nothing of the sort. Stop lying for your tongue stick to the top of your throat. I ain't talking about her, but she was telling me how people, people perceive things. Like, no, God want me to be what I want to be, what I want. God want me to be what I want to be because He loved me. And I'm like, God might love you, but He don't love you. You want this macaroni? I want. Hello? Tree. You gonna eat the rest of this macaroni? The hell you cooking for? You want this bowl that's in? I said you want the bowl that is in. Yeah, it's gone. You ain't gotta tell me twice. That shit taking up space. You should have got rid of it yesterday. I'm like my dad. My mama's gonna play that shit though. He'll come on, that motherfucking thing gone. It don't look right, it's gotta go. It's taking up space. What purpose is it serving? Get that shit out of here. Motherfucker be empty around here. You mad cause go get some new shit. I'll go get you some new. Make sure you own it. We get rid of all that old shit. Clutter and all that, hoarding, all. You be having all kind of insects and shit in your house. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Young men and women always be clean. When you wake up in the morning, make your bed. Sweep or vacuum your floor. Don't wait till you get home until I come home and make my bed up. That's lazy as fuck. Like, who taught you that? Who raised you? You got the right to do what you want to do, and I'm quite sure your parents they have advised you to do it before you leave the house. I know ain't nobody parents told them to wait till they get home. So I don't blame parents. That be our ass. I was 13 and 14 too. My parents expressed things to us. But my hard-headed ass, I chose to make a decision to do things my way. And that's when shit happened that shouldn't have happened. You got your ass in trouble for anything. Because you ain't listening. You want to do it your way. You know better. Like, stop playing. Huh? You foolish person. You as foolish as the day is long, man. Your parents getting you a game. They getting you up to real. You better take this free game and utilize it. While you talking about they don't know this or that. Fuck out of here. Been on this earth. All this shit I be hearing these little niggas talking about like, go read a book. Who is you talking about? Oh, these elders don't know. If they could do it, they can. If they could do it, they would have did it. Ooh, ooh. They paved the way so you could do it. Most of them. Most of them couldn't enter areas that y'all can get into. And then y'all ain't holding shit down. You know, all that shit about shooting people, that ain't no motherfucking power. Do something that's different from what everybody else doing, then I'll be impressed. Everybody doing the same shit and trying to like they doing it better. Like, hell no. Fuck out of here. We did that. They didn't want that. Then y'all don't hold to the laws and policies these organizations establish. The hell out of here. And white people just steady trying to paint them like they these modern day organizations. Like, stop fucking playing. No. And the organizations might still be functioning, but I'm quite sure they're not functioning in the capacity that they used to. Let's look at how brothers and sisters operate. Fuck out of here. You know, you was taught. You don't need nobody to tell you when it's time to stop doing certain things. That's why you had laws and policies. That's why I always say everything you a part of have an instruction to. Your ass might not read it or care to. When you just been a part of something and don't know no damn better, you're gonna get yourself hurt. But the instructions are there. All you gotta do is pay attention. Pay attention. You can learn a lot. You can even learn from a dumb. I promise you, you can. I'll never let nobody tell you different. Hey, don't they put them in cars and crash them all day? They ain't putting you in there and crashing. Yeah. I'm hungry, y'all. But I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't gotta eat. I don't care less. But I'm gonna eat. But I ain't frantic about it, you know. It's food here. I just don't feel like cooking no motherfucking food. I don't want no fried nothing. I'm just eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. My guy let me got some vegetables, fruits on his little card. I'm like, that's what's up, bro. Good looking out. That ain't nothing but the favor of God, though, y'all know. I said, ain't nothing but the Most High showing you favor. Get you some food. You might not have the money you want, but He's showing you I'm there. You gotta get dialed in. That's what I say. Get locked in on what's good. His will. You tried the world. We tried everything. We watched the Italian Mafia. Then we come into our own. I'm talking about as a younger. You know what I'm saying? Grew up watching them movies to learn that stuff. Know how to operate in a crooked manner. The world taught us that shit. America. Scarface made that song. Don't be stupid. Gangsters don't live that long. He talked about that. It was America who gave me John Gotti. It was America who gave me Anthony Ocado, Scarface. I want to be like La Cosa Nostra. That's America who gave us that shit. You should have told me we was the children of Israel. I wouldn't have messed with that stuff. I'd have became a king like my Messiah. You did? We the kings. You did? We come from the tribes of kings, royalty. You can't be nothing else. The hell, now some of y'all, you know you're not. I agree with you. You ain't. You can be what you want to be. Be American, be an African, be whatever you want to be. I'm a son of God, a king. Now, I might not have the full instruction. You know, this ain't no, we don't do make believe. I depend on these hands against all odds. They'll tell you. I just explained that, but they'll tell you this Negro here, no, his ass just, you know, if he get a job. And I looked at my old check stubs, all them 800s and 600s and shit every week. I'm like, damn, I missed that. Ain't no money, but that money add the fuck up. You know what I can do with that kind of money? Started me a bank account and freaking went on and got my under the business name. Paid my little operator's license for the city license and shit. And my assumed name, paid for that license. And got me some insurance. I could have been clocking. But I'm stuck at a point like I don't follow the world. Most I said come out from among them. And I'm like, damn, that credit. Oh, work the shit out their credit. All that using credit to pay debts. Are you crazy? I'm gonna pay my debts, but shit, I'm gonna use that shit to go buy products. I'd have been having me a DTF machine. And I'm like, I can't be slick. Yes, I have dabbled back off in certain things I probably shouldn't. Hell yes, I have. But I got a little momentum in what I'm trained to do, where I really, you know, then have to eat that up. Like, okay, don't go do that shit no more. You know better, Joe. Don't do that no more. You're gonna have to suffer. You might suffer. You might suffer for a night, but joy comes in the morning. You can't be telling people to believe in this and that. Then you trying to do things contrary to what your God is. No, it ain't gonna work like that. And I had to bite the bullet on some shit. I'm like, it just is what it is. Don't be, you being stupid, bro. You're not moving like an adult. You moving like you careless, man. You don't be like King Saul, you know? Most High gave him the instruction on what to do. I guess he thought he knew better. And look what happened. Lost everything. Most High stripped. He lost that power and he didn't understand. He didn't get it. David had compassion on him. Even the guy that was talking about doing that spoke evil against him. Even the man who came in and told him about his death, David killed him. Like, you know who you talking about? I'm talking about the king of the God of Israel. Are you crazy? The king of the army of Israel. You know who we are? Do y'all know the day? I need that hot water on that tooth. That back tooth acting up. I'm gonna get all these damn teeth snatched out and get me some new teeth so I can smile again. This shit gotta go. I'm not afraid to smile. I can give a shit less what the next person say. If you ain't saying I got a lick for you so you can work this, I don't want shit free from the government neither. Oh, just go hell no. Let's just go and work some of these avenues so we can own and operate some shit. You know? I got to do some, I got to get it going because I want my son. I'm gonna work this business. I'm gonna get him cracking on everything. We're gonna get it cracking. He ain't finna be sitting around waiting on shit. No more. As a father, that's my job. And I'm gonna get in. We going to church though. I know where the fuck to go. I'm gonna go to church where everybody had. Y'all got your ass up in there and ain't communicating. Well, that's on you. You don't go nowhere, Wayne. People ain't mad at you. People will open their doors. They'll be mad because you don't go nowhere. You talk shit because you don't go nowhere. Oh, well, Wayne, who ain't think you better than us? What they supposed to think? Where you at with it, Joe? You ain't in the field with them. They don't. No, come on. Can I cook these hot dogs? Almond trainer. Gangster. Angus beef. I don't trust them motherfuckers. They'll tell you. Excuse my French. I gotta stop that. Stop using that language. Watch me now. No, I'm serious. Can I put them in the oven? Oh yeah, like roasting them or barbecuing them. Duh. You be stupid, dude. I need some engine jobs, y'all. Y'all want to get your engine pulled or get an engine swap? I'll let Uncle Wayne. I need to get back to engine jobs, transmission jobs, and they don't take long, you know. At the most, 3-4 days if you run into a problem. Snatch your engine out and put another one in, or a transmission, at least 2 days, and at the most 3 days. If you run into a problem, I got to get back in the engines, you know, get to the real bread. Brake jobs and all that is cool, but that shit'll weigh you down. Nah, I need them engine jobs, yo. So if you know anybody want an engine put in, holler at your brother. That's what I do. Holler at your brother. If you want an engine swap, and I can do that shit myself. You might get charged a little, you might get charged a lot. But you get a good quality mechanic that comes with it too. Yeah. 773-451-6080. Call your brother. It's time for me to blow up. Not for me, but to put the people in place that God put on my heart. The world ain't gonna give them shit. They gonna talk about you. And y'all know what I'm talking about, especially the youth that be talking to me. They don't mean no harm, but they don't know how to ignite that fire in these youth. They don't want to hear no shit about no go get no job. A lot of them want to start a business. But you want to talk shit to me because I tell them they can start a business? Why not? Donald Trump cutting the money out of everything and getting rid of your existence. But you want to tell people don't start a business so they can hold their own and help their family. No, that means you have to support what the fuck they doing. That's what people don't want to do. A lot of us lazy as fuck, family. Could have been had businesses and owning properties and doing things like that to that degree, you know? That's on our ass that we ain't doing. That ain't nobody else stopping me from doing that. That's on Dewayne. What up? I don't use the system, and they gonna make you use the credit system to get credit if you want to buy anything. How you gonna survive, Dewayne? Shit, like we've been surviving. Everything they ain't gonna control every goddamn thing. It's gonna be an underground world. We're gonna be like them to live down in LA. Them people underground. You did? Hey, if we ain't in the promised land, it's gonna be all out warfare on the street. And you're gonna have to go to war because they gonna want to own and control your ass. And you ain't gonna be getting them. You're gonna be in 15-minute cities for real. If you think it's a joke, keep breathing. Hey, in a country right now, the shit finna unfold. It's already here. It ain't no it's coming 10 years, 20 years. It's here. The B system is here. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell nothing. Soon now, Trump already, look at what's going on with the tariffs. A lot of countries who you depended on for mineral wealth that it would allow America to function and sustain itself are gone. And if we decided to empower the people of the nation, bring them equipment so they can start businesses and run their businesses, create tax brackets and other things, food, we can grow our own agriculture and cotton and things like that, leather and things like that, cowhide, things like cows and things like that, bulls, so we can grow skins, certain skins. Yeah, I want some eel skin too, some gators too. So we want to raise some gators too. Ain't nothing wrong with a little crocodile, you dig? So these are things we need to be looking at raising, period. Our own kingdom with all these things we already doing. He gave you dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, the cattle, and every creeping thing that creep upon, and everything he created on the face of this earth. He gave you dominion and rulership on. Rule something, family. Stop playing. We don't want to hear no fucking gossip. Give me the instructions so we can take over. That's where I'm at with it.